It's the most anticipated movie of the month. Or at least it is among a lot of my friends. I, of course, am talking about the cinematic My Little Pony the movie. After suffering through the abominations known as the Equestria Girls movies, we finally have a proper movie of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. And with months of anticipation, an updated animation style, and even the help of celebrity voice actors, there is a lot of hype behind this movie. And guess what? I'm actually getting to review it. This is incredible. This is the first time I've ever reviewed a movie while it was still in theaters. What the hell are we waiting for? Let's start this up! This doesn't look like the trailer.
My little pony, my little pony.
The hell?
Where'd you learn that? I made it up.
Something tells me this isn't the same movie.
You would be right about that, Spaceman.
Second opinion? What are you doing here?
I'm here to set you straight. You see, the movie you're reviewing is actually the 1986 My Little Pony the movie, made before Friendship is Magic was even a thought and before Lauren Faust had even started her animation career. See, this whole franchise actually started back in 1981 with a toy line called My Pretty Pony, and then it spun off into a bunch of collectible figurines called My Little Pony, and then a couple of TV specials, and then the movie you're reviewing, and then a TV show, and then an unstoppable force of nature that's risen from the dead 3 times now. But these days, this first incarnation is known as Generation 1.
Wow. Thanks, Second. So I assume you're gonna help me review this movie now?
Screw that, I still got a Muppet Lizard and a Godzilla fanboy and a fedora after me to review more of this G1 crap with them. Oh, damn.
Well, never mind. Guess I have to review this movie alone. So first of all, what the crap?!
My little pony, all in a twinkling, spring is here.
Okay, why the hell would they name the new movie My Little Pony the movie if another movie exists with that exact same name? It's not even supposed to be a remake, so this makes no sense. It would be like if the 2009 Star Trek movie were also named Star Trek the Motion Picture. It would just be confusing for the audience. I guess I should give some background. My Little Pony was a toy line created in 1981 to market to little girls. Well, that's all the background you need! Okay, maybe I should explain some more. My Little Pony the movie was co-produced by Marvel Productions, which also co-produced the 1980s movie adaptations of the Transformers and G.I. Joe. The animation was done by the South Korean company ACOM, best known for its work on The Simpsons, and by Toei Animation in Japan, best known for Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball, and another movie I've reviewed, Interstellar 4-5. According to many sources, animation in this movie was rushed, causing a significant downgrade in quality. It was released in 1986 by De Laurentiis Entertainment Group and grossed $6 million in a limited theatrical release. As Second pointed out, this wasn't the pony's first venture into animation. In 1984, they released the animated short Rescue at Midnight Castle, and followed it up the next year with Escape from Katrina. So I guess this was inevitable, but why in theaters? Then again, this is the same era where the friggin' Care Bears got theatrical movies with about the same budget, so... You can't show Dino De Laurentiis' name in front of a movie, dammit. Then I'll think this is going to be Barbarella, and will be very disappointed when it's not. They got Marvel involved in this because they thought they could get the ponies into the Avengers. Wait, that's not a pony, that's a bird. Crap, the Nutty Squirrels are back? Go away, Nutty Squirrels, I already talked about you! Say, Madeline Kahn is in this. This is my least favorite Mel Brooks movie. Wait, what the hell happened to that raccoon? Judging by where the birds flew in and where he shot out, did they fly up his ass? These birds are little assholes. They do nothing but annoy the other animals and dump snow on them. Except for Pepe Le Pew, it's best to leave him alone. Well, you heard it here, folks. This movie is 100% canon. Okay. Let me just brace myself for the impending girliness. Continue.
My little pony, all in a twinkling, spring is here.
Gah! Only 6 seconds in, I'm already starting to question certain life choices. Do all the ponies carry stuff with their mouths? I would call that unsanitary, but they seem to have no problem with flat-out licking pies. Can't wait for the equestrian spread of oral herpes. In Friendship is Magic, every character has a set job which they're often shown doing. Here, the ponies' only jobs seem to be frolicking around. Funny enough, this is what people who haven't seen Friendship is Magic think Friendship is Magic is about. Pfft, yeah, that's how you play piano. Just randomly flail your arms at the keys and hope it produces a bearable sound.
never learn that. I made it up.
I call it the frame glitch. This is Spike, who was later redesigned for Friendship is Magic. And if you think he's annoying there, just listen to him here.
Well, it's great, lickety-split, but if you do that in the show, you'll mess up everyone else. You're not the star, you know.
His voice is, like, the combination of all things annoying. Is this the only way that male characters could be portrayed in girls' media back then? I hate to say it, but I'm actually starting to miss Spike the dog! Spike is voiced by Charlie Adler, who also voiced Buster Bunny in Tiny Toon Adventures and Starscream in Transformers. Don't expect any references to those, though. I don't watch them. I'm starting to wonder if this is just the pony version of the Safety Dance music video. Meanwhile, in Darkwood Manor... Wait, humans exist in this world? Damn it, movie! You can't have humans exist! This will either make the movie transform into Equestria Girls or My Little Pony f***ing is magic. And either way, it'll be really bad! You know, I've always wondered what would happen if the witches from Hocus Pocus did a fusion dance with Cinderella's stepsisters. Oh wait, no I didn't. As if that wasn't bad enough, these three are voiced by actresses who are far too good for this movie. Cloris Leachman, Rhea Perlman, and Madeline Kahn. What, does Hasbro have ties to the mob or something? Why are you in this? Apparently, Rhea Perlman and Madeline Kahn aren't evil enough, so Cloris Leachman sings about it.
Why can't you be evil like I taught you? Why won't you misbehave the way you should?
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen the opening lines of a song so quickly kill all potential of the song being good. When I get up all in ya. Except for that. Man, that gopher from Caddyshack really needed work in the late 80s, didn't he? Between this and Caddyshack 2, I don't know which is worse. Also, why do all the ponies have bows in their tails? Baby Lickety Split does a crappy dance move and, of course, screws everything up and is rightfully told off for it. You know what this calls for? A duet.
I'm going alone. Don't go it alone.
Great, it's like the battle of whose voice is more annoying. Don't worry, you're both annoying! Good thing the Dollar Store Sanderson sisters are back.
You have to make everything dark, dank, and dreary.
But how?
I don't know. Dark and dreary sound pretty hard to do.
Well, then we'll make everything dang.
What's dank?
I don't know.
Is a term that the internet uses to describe their memes. They try to make everything dank, but these weird seahorse creatures stop them. And look at their reaction when one of the ponies called them cute.
They're cute.
Cute? She called us cute. Oh, how embarrassing.
Gee, maybe they should have a talk with a certain rabbit. Oh great, we're back with Spike and Baby Lickety Split. As if this movie wasn't annoying enough with the witches. Baby Lickety Split wants to fly off this cliff because apparently she's a friggin' idiot.
But they're Pegasus ponies. You're just an earthling. You can't fly. Can too. I can do anything. Watch. No, you'll get hurt.
Yes! She'll get hurt!
We're flying. We're falling.
Die! 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 Die!
Oh, ah, oh, oh, ah,
Oh, of course they aren't dead. In bad movies, falls like that never result in death! Hell, they aren't even bruised or banged up, because screw you, Charles Darwin! Natural selection doesn't win this time! You know, I'm starting to get the sense that all these characters are capable of doing is whining.
Oh dear, maybe I was too harsh on her at the show.
Don't blame yourself, Buttons. I'll find her, don't worry.
I'll go with you, just in case. Can I go with you? I never get to go anywhere. Oh no, Shady's nothing but bad luck.
Meanwhile, Cloris Leachman steps on the world's bloodiest bug, and I never thought I'd say this, but why is this My Little Pony movie so gross? You know what we haven't had in a while? A song.
I'll do the dirty work, I'll handle all the dirty work. You go relax in your room.
I meant that in a good way. More songs only means more potential for me to get pissed off. Meanwhile, in a position like that, he could either be pushing her up the mountain, or this could turn into a porn spoof.
Shady! Dusty! Help!
I heard something that time.
Well, I didn't.
You didn't? Really? You're only a few feet away. Do they need to be even more obnoxious for you to be able to hear them? Anyway, wait, what the hell is this? Damn, Cookie Monster fell on tough times back then. Cloris Leachman summons the Smooze, a giant, gooey entity that eats everything it encounters, but later appeared in the show looking a lot smaller and a lot greener. Some fans think these two shows take place in the same universe. Well, this is proof of the exact opposite. The Smooze floods the area surrounding the volcano, but if you think this is gonna stop the main characters from whining and bickering, well...
Forget it. She'll never find him. I will too.
Meanwhile, in a completely different movie, this is Megan and her siblings, Molly and Danny. I think it's implied that Megan has appeared in My Little Pony media before this, but honestly, I care too little to look it up. Megan's siblings take the arrival of the ponies surprisingly well.
Ah! Wind Whistler! North Star! You know them? They're My Little Ponies.
The ones you told us about?
The very same.
No, Danny. The reaction you should be having is this.
Wind Whistler! North Star!
Jesus Christ, what the hell are those things?! This was a problem in Equestria Girls, too. The main characters go through anime transformations and use their rainbow magic to fight off another student who is transformed into a friggin' demon and hypnotize everyone else to be zombies, yet nobody bats an eye. But you know what they do react to?
Did that dog just talk?
What is it with characters in these movies being so calm about magical stuff happening? By the way, I'm not going to acknowledge that forced title drop.
They're My Little Ponies.
If they wanted to do that, she should have just said, "They're My Little Ponies! Buy them now at your local Toys R Us."
Something bad is coming down. Have you heard the news?
Listen up.
It's running high. Nothing can stop the Smooze.
You can't stop me.
You know, I've always wondered why more movies didn't have happy-sounding songs in their apocalypse flooding scenes.
Something bad is coming down. Have you heard the news?
Listen up.
It's running high. Nothing can stop the Smooze.
You can't stop me.
See the way it slithers forth, spewing out the roof.
I love booze.
Here it rolls, round and out. Nothing can stop the Smooze.
No way.
Dream Castle is almost gone.
Wow, thanks Captain Obvious. Any other breathtaking revelations you want to explain to the audience? Dream Castle is almost gone! 2 ponies just landed! That necklace shoots rainbows! This movie is ass! Just like in Equestria Girls, it seems that the only way to defeat the villains is via friggin' rainbows!
The Smooze got a rainbow.
Oh no! What are we gonna do?
Well, you're all dead. Movie over. What the... Okay, so apparently even though the Smooze worked and they won, Cloris Leachman is still mad at them? Meanwhile, the ponies lament their failure.
The congealed Smooze has created an impenetrable shell. I'm afraid we're stuck with it.
No, I'm stuck with it, big mouth.
Wait a minute. That voice sounds familiar.
Ryu, be happy again.
Forget it. We're finished. It's over.
Oh my god, it's Nancy Cartwright!
Ryu, be happy again.
Eat my shorts.
We get another song, though it's thankfully nice enough to only last just over a minute. And I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going. Meanwhile, we see all the shrooms that the creators of this movie probably took to come up with this crap, and let me tell you, that animated Lord of the Rings movie took a lot of liberties.
The little ponies have no place to live.
Well, that's ridiculous. Absurd. Everyone has to have a place to live. Home is where the heart is.
Wow, that was a sloppy transition to a song. Actually, a lot of songs in this movie are like that. They just start with no build-up whatsoever. I mean, how would you like it if I were having a normal conversation with you, but all of a sudden, in the middle of it... The weird thing is, this guy offers them plenty of homes, but they don't accept any of them. Guys, I'm from America. A lot of homeless people have it worse than you. You have no right to be picky. Also, racially insensitive much?
Well, I really don't know what I ought to try. You're looking for some castle in the sky.
Castle in the sky? Excuse me, Hayao Miyazaki's lawyers want a word with you. No, there's the problem. None of those other homes were pink enough. Oh great, these two are back. I was almost starting to appreciate the art of filmmaking. We next meet a race called the Grundles, who don't quite out-annoy Spike and Baby Lickety-Split, but they sure as hell try.
Grundle's neat. Grundle's gentle.
Grundle's sweet.
And sentimental.
Grundle's hug you, never bug you.
Grundle's good. Grundle's good. Grundle's good.
These morons say Grundles 30 times in this song. They also seem to only speak in rhyme, like an annoying version of the Cat in the Hat. Well, a more annoying version. And they don't seem to know the word is, so they all wind up sounding like they're talking an even more simplified version of Newspeak. The ponies, meanwhile, are getting accustomed to their new home.
We could put our new dance studio in here. There's enough space down here for a grand ballroom.
And we can have our nursery in this room.
Gah! This is so girly that I actually feel myself turning pink! Oh yeah, this subplot exists with this pony, Shiny, or Lofty, or... Gah, there are too many characters in this! Look, I have no problem with movies that have a lot of characters, but there are so many of them and they are so poorly developed in terms of personality that I can't tell them apart. It's less like Hasbro is creating characters for the sake of necessity to the plot, and more like they're throwing in as many ponies as possible to make toys from. Actually, I bet that's exactly what's happening. The strange thing is that with all these characters, Firefly doesn't seem to be present at all. From what I understand, the tomboyish Firefly was the Optimus Prime of the original My Little Pony, and served as the inspiration for Lauren Faust to create Friendship is Magic in a manner that is appealing to both girls and boys, and also the inspiration for the later character Rainbow Dash. Yet here, she's nowhere to be found. And while we're talking about characters that are oddly absent, anyone notice that there are no guys here? I know that it's aimed towards girls, but there are literally no male ponies. The ponies should be less worried about the Smoos and more about the fact that they're all about to go extinct. What, is it like that one Sliders episode where all the guys died out from an epidemic and the remaining ones are kept as sex slaves to continue the species? By the way, a good way of cutting animation budgets is by having the monsters animated off-screen. Oh great, this wimp hasn't found Spike and baby Lickety Split, so she just sits around crying. What are we, 54 minutes in? This is just padding.
I'm just sad. We haven't found Spike and Lickety Split. I guess I'm a failure. A failure? Yeah, you failed. Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, the Smooth returns and goes after our main characters.
Can you jump it, Fizzy? Gosh, I don't think so. I can. Get on. What about Fizzy? Not to worry. I'll just use my unicorn magic.
Wait, so you could have teleported there this entire time? Then why'd you walk the entire way? Wow, I'm really concerned about her, considering that she's falling more slowly than a feather.
What about Lickety Split and Spike? We can't find them. Oh, Shady, that's terrible.
Wait, her name is Shady? She doesn't look shady at all. That'd be like calling this pony Pinkie Pie. Apparently the Smoos can defy the laws of gravity. Great, we're all screwed. Oh no, Spike's tail's been smoothed. What a calamity. Maybe he should complain about it to these people who have literally lost their homes. By the way, did I mention that that's Danny DeVito as the Grundle King? He plays a surprisingly small part in it for a character who's billed first in the cast. Much like how in the new My Little Pony the movie, none of the names billed are of Tara Strong, Ashley Ball, Andrea Libman, Tabitha St. Germain, or Kathy Wisluck. Who cares about them? They're only the main characters in the movie!
It's all my fault. If only somebody could help me. Help me.
Is no one going to acknowledge that the Echo has a distinctly higher voice?
No one's in a fix like I am. No one has the luck I do.
Oh yeah, she sings an entire duet, and nobody realizes that someone else is stuck in the well. And by the way, isn't it a little inappropriate to feel sorry for yourself when you're surrounded by the remnants of a dying race who lost their home, and another pony who's stuck in a friggin' well?
Hey, someone's down there.
You don't say!
What is it?
It's clearly another pony, you moron. I'm wondering why no one pushes you into the well.
What are all of you doing here? Trying to get away from some ugly purple stuff.
I want that purple stuff.
Follow me. I'll take you to Flutter Valley. Here comes the Smooth! How close is it? Too close!
It's Shadow Forest, all right. Looks so dark in there.
Okay, stop. Why are we jumping around so much? Does this movie have ADHD or something? Seriously, just pick a dumb scene and stick with it. By the way, we only just recently passed the 1 hour mark. How do we still have 20 minutes left? Also, did I mention that Danny is voiced by Scott Menville? That's right, Robin himself! I would say that this makes Teen Titans Go the second worst thing he's voiced in, but I'd still rather watch this than Teen Titans Go. Megan and the ponies are attacked by Treebeard and the other ants, and then they get themselves chased by what I can only assume is a one-eyed, one-horned giant purple people eater. Unfortunately, they somehow get stuck in a giant spider web, even though those holes are totally big enough to squeeze through.
We can't do it, it's too sticky!
That sounds like a line from the porn spoof. And again, can't you just teleport to the other side? Or fly over? Instead, they tickle it so much that the web somehow just melts. I may have joked earlier about the porn spoof, but that's seriously a solution right out of a fetish film. And it doesn't help that smooze sounds like another word for cum. The ponies prepare to be smoozed to death. Seriously, they're told to think happy thoughts as they slowly drown.
Now I want you all to think of Megan and Magic Star, and Fizzy and Wind Whistler. Now imagine a sky filled with flutter ponies.
And again, aren't some of them Pegasi? Can they just fly out of there? The flutter ponies finally come to defeat the smooths by fluttering. So apparently defeating the smooths is ridiculously easy. And I don't think this movie knows how the sky works. After splitting the Red Sea, insert obvious reference in 3, 2, 1. Once they defeat the witches, they give the Rainbow of Light to Baby Lickety Split. Because yeah, clearly she's shown her reliability throughout this movie. So, is it over yet?
My little pony, my little pony. Now comes the time to say goodbye.
Yep, it's over. After drastically underperforming both critically and commercially, the failure of My Little Pony the movie was such that it forced Hasbro to release G.I. Joe the movie direct-to-video instead of theatrically, and forced them to scrap plans for a Gem movie, though that would later come back to haunt them. To be honest, even though it was released to theaters, this piece of crap feels more like a direct-to-video movie. The animation was clearly rushed, there's practically nothing redeeming to the story, the songs seem unnecessary, there are far too many characters to keep track of, especially when very few of them have any development, and for God's sakes, can this movie do anything besides either being incredibly girly or annoying the crap out of me? I wouldn't recommend this to even the most dedicated bronies, and I certainly hope the new movie is a lot better. I'll stick with good 1986 movies, like Highlander, thank you very much. Now if you'll excuse me, it's almost Halloween, so I gotta start writing my next review. See you guys later.